What it do? It's your boy Dre Day every day. Back with another topic for you today. And today I want to talk about feeling defeated. And man, feeling defeated is something that with me personally, I don't know about anyone else. That's like a concept that I run into this so much. I run into this so much, and it seems like it's as I've gotten older, it has intensified in some aspects or whatnot, and it's something that I don't have an answer for. I could just come straight up say that. A lot of things I try to attach advice to, but with this one, I don't have any sound advice because, from my perspective, um, I've had a you start as a child, you start growing up, and you have the aspirations of what you want to do. Then when you get your hands on the actual world, and then you look at your aspirations, and then you weigh it up against what's tangible or what you believe to be tangible, because that's a whole other thing. And then you start seeing what it is you want to do, what it is you're actually good at, and potentially somewhere along the lines, things can shift. You can go from more idealistic to realistic, because it's cool to have an idea, but if it's something that if you could just say, hey, I'm going to be the best ice cream eater in the world, but you're lactose intolerant, your body is just not going to let you do it unless you're willing to die for it. I mean, that's a whole other thing. But um I could say that there are a lot of things that I have planned to do and made steps towards, did not achieve multiple times. And it's just the repetition of that cycle. And I've left a lot of jobs after not getting um, what I was promised, in favor of starting over and getting to the position somewhere else and then going to another place. Just the rinse and repeat process of beginning anew, getting into a groove, getting stuck somewhere, and ultimately jumping ship and trying something else. I've had it run. I've had people say, well, you should get somewhere and be still. And I'm 50-50 on that ideology, because I've seen people get held in one position for X amount of years, and they just think something's magically coming, or who knows, because some people will have the look, some people don't. I can't speak in a one size fits all type of way, because there are people that potentially have been rewarded. From my experiences, um, it hasn't worked in my favor in terms of working for someone else. Spoken at in my last video, one of my previous videos rather. And like I said, that's part of the reason of what led me to this, to be able to speak on things that I've been through, because me being able to nothing can do be me better than me. And so this whole concept of my YouTube channel is me expressing myself. Maybe I can touch somebody and possibly help them through a darker time, because I know I hit them. And when I feel defeated, and I have been feeling defeated here recently, if I with me starting this, I've wanted to do 2 videos a week. I've even wanted to debate it 3, but for pacing, I've tried to do 2. There are a few weeks that I had only put up 1. There's a couple weeks I didn't put up anything, And it's just, and it's not. I'm not at a loss for ideas. I have plenty of ideas. I actually have a notepad with my ideas jotted down. It's just the feeling defeated aspect that gets me, and I don't want to get on camera and make an enthusiastic video or just a video where my energy is off. So I always try to wait until I'm out of my slump and I can speak on things, so I can give you um, the best version of me on these videos. But man, just feeling defeated is just has got me, and it's not even with my YouTube. It's just being 39 years old and just thinking about my life in retrospect, and so many things that I wanted to do, so many things that I had failed at attempting, and I don't have. I wouldn't sit up and say I'm not gonna give up in terms of as long as I have breath, I'm not gonna give up. But it's like, just because you may feel defeated and you can feel guilty about feeling defeated. And that's what I really want to speak to, man. It's okay to feel defeated. You don't win every you don't win every battle. You don't win every war. Sometimes you can, lose battles, win the war. Sometimes you can lose battles and lose the war. It's not over. But that shit is still taxing. That's what people don't talk about. Like, they say, you only lose when you give up. But what about the mentally taxing aspect of it? That shit still takes a toll when you hold yourself to a high standard. When you have your own goals, it doesn't even have to have anything to do with nobody else. Looking at what you see in yourself, sometimes you can be too hard on yourself. But that's a catch-22, because if you feel like you great and you aspire for greatness, who's to say? But if you're so hard on yourself to where you are constantly in a cycle of feeling like you're failure, that maybe you could tone it down. I don't have the remedy for that either, but I know I'm hard on myself about certain things, and I know it's not over yet. But that mentally taxing aspect of feeling defeated, it can be so heavy, and it can that can be the stuff that leads you to um, drinking or drug use, consumption, or some other type of thing. And I don't want to get on here and diss somebody that likes to have a drink. If you can do it responsibly, cool. If you take drugs and you do it responsibly, if you can function, cool. I'm not saying what you can or can't do, should or shouldn't do. I'm just kind of speaking on just that weight that comes with feeling defeated and what it could potentially lead you to. Some things that I've thought about that are just outside of my outside of my personality. And man, it's just sometimes I don't know what to do with it. And I think I've been sleeping a lot, just sitting up looking and just taking a nap, just because it's like I just don't want to fucking deal with today. But yeah, man, feeling defeated is just it's fucking trash. And I don't have nothing to say that would get you out this slump. But I that's why I'm making this video. Hopefully, if you felt defeated and you can connect with what I'm saying and see that I'm still pushing, you can still push too. But man, take a fucking break, take a fucking knee, and take that knee for as long as you need to. Back away from everything if you got to. So whatever you got to do for you, make sure you can just keep this intact, keep moving forward. And this whole it's not a race, it's a marathon. Word to Nipsey Hussle. This whole life thing is a marathon, and you can't keep running, whether it's a straight line or whether you want to look at it as an endless loop or a loop that is going to stop one day. You cannot just continuously run at a fast pace. You might have to start walking. You might have to sit down. And some people might pass you. But my whole thing is this. Somebody can pass you all day. Somebody can pass you 2 times and still lose to you. You know, that's a very real thing, you know, because some people are probably, everybody's pace is different, you know, especially when we get into a comparative space. Some people are comparing their lives, and I can tell you, you're beating the shit out yourself by comparing yourself. It's always going to be somebody ahead of you. It's always going to be somebody behind you. You're always going to be on your path. But those times when you do feel defeated, and it may not have nothing to do with what's going on to the left or the right of you, it's just within, because the war with self is a whole thing that needs to be put in check. You know, you don't want to be at war with yourself. You do want to be in harmony with yourself. You can be hard on yourself because you expect greatness out of yourself, but do not be at war with yourself. I guess that's a better way of what I was trying to communicate earlier. But yeah, man, don't feel ashamed about feeling defeated. That shit is natural, and it's a process in life. You're not gonna win everything. You have to learn how to. Life is about peaks and valleys. Celebrate your peaks. Find a way to navigate through your valleys to get back to another peak. And that's probably the best advice I can give you. But you need to make sure you take as much time to yourself that you need, and just don't give a fuck what nobody say. Those motherfuckers telling you, oh, just keep going. Like, no, motherfucker, I need a fucking breather. And don't worry about if somebody thinks it makes you look weak. You're doing what you need to do for you. You're not looking weak, you know. That's the problem with people, is trying to look a certain way. Fuck how it fucking looks. If you feel bad and you feel like you need to stop, fucking stop. And don't let nobody make you feel bad about it. Stop. Knock they bitch ass out. That's how I feel about this shit. You get back up when you're ready for that shit. Fight another day, because then you will hit harder. And then you can look back when you got your shit, and you can say, yeah, I did this shit my way. And I took as many breaks as I need. This person might not take no breaks. We might broke their leg on the last lap. So what I'm saying, you don't ever want to compare your situations, because you want to make sure you're conserving yourself. I take the whole LeBron James thing. LeBron James in the 19th year of his career got numbers comparative to his prime because he built the space to work at his pace, and he's been running the marathon as gracefully as any athlete, potentially probably the best, the most consistent athlete ever, possibly. It's up for debate, but yeah, just do whatever you got to do for you, and make sure that you are intact, and don't let feeling defeated actually defeat you. You know, do what you got to do for you. Don't let nobody stabs, oh, you're being weak, because some people don't understand how your emotions are wired. Only you know that. As long as you know you're gonna get back up and keep fighting, live to fight another day, and don't die on the cross for nobody else and trying to look good in front of nobody else. That's all I got for this one, man. But if you ever see me slow on the output, I might be feeling defeated. Trust me, I'm coming back as long as I got breath. But shit, I'm gonna always preserve me, so I can give you the best version of me, and so I can be the best version of me for the people that care about getting what they need from me. That's all I got for you. Peace.